33 is an interesting number, to say the very least, so we've touched briefly on events in history that would give us 33, and another of these events would be the Kennedy assassination, which of course happened on November 22nd, 1963, so 11/22 giving us 33. This took place in Elm Street, in front of the Dealey Plaza, which is historically known as the site of the first Masonic temple in Dallas, Texas, which lies on the 33rd parallel. Okay, so a third of anything is 33.333333 endlessly. According to the Bible, when Lucifer fell, he took with him a third of the angels. On the Masonic compass, the highest degree is 33 degrees. Or if you wish to be pinpoint accurate, 33 and the third. It is thus a symbol of 33. In navigation, 33.33 degrees latitude and 33.33 degrees longitude give us the peak of Mount Hermon, which is the location that the Watchers came down to Earth to take the wives of men, producing the hybrid race known as the Nephilim. Mount Hermon is what was in those times in Cana, from where the banking elites descended. On the direct opposite side of the Earth from Mount Hermon is the exact location of the Roswell crash site. Check out David Flynn for much more on this. For centuries, navigators have been using what is called a compass rose, which incorporates 32 lines, each line a slightly different direction. The lines can be counted round to point 0, also known as point 33. They found that 33 was an important number in terms of travelling around and measuring the Earth, which is where we get the word geometry from. Geo means Earth and metry means measurement, so Earth measurement. In the centre, point 33, of this compass was a rose and a cross, pointing east towards Jerusalem. Therefore, a rose and a cross means 33 and a cross, like Jesus on the cross. In ancient Hebrew, the cross itself was the symbol for 33. Golgeth, or Golgotha, the place where Jesus was crucified, enumerates to 33:33. The word Golgotha itself means place of the skull. So a cross in the place of the skull gives us this, the skull and crossbones. Also, the Hebrew name for head is Rosh, which is a play on the word rose. So a rose and a cross and a skull and a cross are both the very same thing, and they all mean 33, which is of course why we have the Freemasonic Illuminated Fraternity, the Rosicrucians. You see now why they say Jesus rose after dying on the cross. Let's also not forget the fraternal order the Bushes belong to, Skull and Bones, which we'll explore shortly. The human foot has 33 muscles. The number of turns in a complete sequence of human DNA equals 33. It is said that at 32 degrees water reaches freezing point, and anything below 33 degrees is just ice. And that would probably explain the corrupt actions of those within the justice system. The Temple of Solomon is said to have had a staircase of 33 steps. Scottish Rite Freemasonry consists of 33 degrees, divided into 7 classes in the French-Scottish version. The planets Saturn and Pluto align every 33 years. The lunar calendar works in a 33-year cycle. The number 33 is one that seems to appear in many a place, but it seems that in the context of the occult, the significance of the number relates to the chakra system. This is an esoteric tradition which is of the utmost importance with regards to the 9/11 ritual. As I previously touched on, the septenary system is predominant in all things, both above and below, and the chakra system within the human being is no exception. The chakras are 7 wheels of energy that rotate to different states of consciousness, which is all metaphor, by the way, for levels of the soul. By way of meditation, the individual seeks to rise his or her kundalini energy. The word kundalini itself refers to serpent energy. Once the kundalini energy has reached and activated the 6th chakra, which is the third eye chakra, The seventh chakra, known as the crown chakra, opens to higher consciousness, allowing the individual's soul to experience higher levels of perception, astral travel into alternative realities or dimensions, and encounters with beings from these planes of existence, and with the higher self or guardian angel, so to speak. The sixth third eye chakra is the pineal gland, and it is this gland that allows the separation from the body of the soul by opening the crown seventh chakra. It is said that once the pineal gland is activated, all seven chakras collapse into one and form what is known as the macabre, which is a kind of spiritual vehicle for the soul to travel about in. The macabre is said to be, or at least symbolised by, the shape of two interlocking tetrahedrons. The word macabre means mer, light, ka, spirit, and ba, body, light, spirit, body. Interestingly, mer also refers to water. The macabre itself refers to the spirit body surrounded by counter-rotating fields of light, wheels within wheels, spirals of energy as in DNA, to transport the body to alternative dimensions. This alleged soul vehicle is anchored at the base of the spine. With this in mind, it is easy to see the relation between the seven veils of Isis leading to higher consciousness, and of course the seven chakras within the human being, which one by one are activated by the kundalini or serpent energy as it rises up the spine, opening the crown chakra, or the seventh chakra, once again leading to higher consciousness. So it seems safe to presume that these seven veils and these seven chakras are one and the same thing. So how exactly does the 33 fit into this septenary tradition? You may have already known this, but the answer is that the human spine consists of 33 vertebrae, and these 33 vertebrae carry impulses directly from the brain to the rest of the body. So when the individual rises, their kundalini serpent energy, activating the seven chakras as it progresses, it is rising up the spine until it passes the 33rd vertebrae and the pineal gland is opened, and there you have it, higher consciousness. So the very fact that the macabre is said to be two interlocking pyramids, or tetrahedrons, links it to its 2D counterpart, the Seal of Solomon. The Seal of Solomon is a symbol of, amongst other things, the planet Saturn. So, since Saturn is the seventh planet for higher consciousness in occult circles, and the macabre is a 3D Seal of Solomon achieved when all seven chakras are activated, it becomes clear that the Seal of Solomon is associated with Saturn for that very reason. Due to this association, Saturn, 7, the Seal of Solomon, and the number 33 are obviously all different masks on the same face. The number 11 and 13 are also numbers representing this face, which on the Kabbalistic tree of life is the abyss. When the adept reaches the abyss, they must first die and then become reborn into the light or illumination. Thus, the number 33 is the number of illumination. So, understanding now that the letter Q is Quetzalcoatl, which to the illuminated fraternities is Ouroboros, and therefore death rebirth, and knowing that the Freemasonic compass is symbolic of the number 33, along with a whole host of other symbols, Q, Ouroboros, and 33 as a combination is representative of what is called by the illuminated fraternities the Great Work. To the alchemists, this would be transmutating base metals into gold, which is a metaphor for the human being in his current state, and what the religious would call sin, or our fallen state from the Garden of Eden, into illumination, symbolised by gold. So from lead, sin, to gold, illumination. Q equals death rebirth, and 33 equals illumination. Now let's look at all the occult symbolism that equals Q33. Here is the Freemasonic compass, 33, and around it the Ouroboros, Q, so Q33. This is the seal for the Theosophical Society, the Seal of Solomon, which we will examine in its own right shortly, is interchangeable with the Masonic compass, So 33. Yet again, we have Q33 as the Ouroboros encircles the sill. Here is the Ouroboros, or Q, around the chief cornerstone. Again, Q33. How's this for confirmation? Here is Albert Pike wearing his 33rd degree medal. Now, on closer examination, we can see that the medal is encircled by the Ouroboros. Thus, it is Q33. So, now that we have established what Q33 as a combination means, we can move on to the next symbol in the wingding sigil.